Hello and welcome to Andysketch. Now, I hope you're all enjoying the series of beginners videos that I'm actually putting up. But let's press on because we've still got a lot more to learn. So, let's go. Well, here we are in SketchUp. Now today we are going to talk about the push-pull tool. Now the push-pull tool is one of the very tools that is quite unique to SketchUp. It was invented by the inventors of SketchUp right back in whenever time it was, and it's just here and it's there, look, and it says push pull to face entire to sculpt 3D models, and exactly what it says. This is how I came to have this 1000 by 1000 by 1000 cube that you see right here before you. So let's start off here, and you remember the draw line tool that we started off with a couple of tutorials ago. Well, I'm going to use that first, and what I'll do is I'll go straight across here in a diagonal direction, and I'll go endpoint to endpoint and click the mouse. So now I've got two faces. Now if I go to the select tool, I end up with two faces. But this is the thing, I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to go across here and I'm going to go across to the midpoint of that line. Now I didn't show you about midpoints, but there is a midpoint on the line. Here you can see in that line we got midpoint. So I'm going to click there. Now this is the good thing I'm going to show you. Right, there's the push-pull tool. You can also get to it by pressing P on your keyboard, and if you didn't see that icon, but now it automatically selects your whatever face you're on. You can see it's all changing colours, that sort of greyish blue colour. It automatically selects those for you. But that tells you what face you're about to push pull. Now if I go on this face here and I click once and I move the mouse down, now watch, that takes that completely against where I want it. Now it's quite weird, you would think, and now I'll be able to come back up and I'll be able to paste it in place, put it back in place. Okay, put it back in place. Now you probably noticed something that I've done there. If you want to get something the same level as what you've already got, once I went down like that, as you can see, and I came back up, that will carry on going above, so that will carry on going above and above and above, and it will go into infinity if I needed it to. But if I wanted it to stay exactly the same level, to take the guesswork out of what I'm doing, and I'm not looking at the distance meter down the bottom, because it's now the measurements, now you see, has actually turned into distance. If you look down here in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so now all I need to do is go across there, and when you see a funny little line, okay, that's got a few little dots and a red dot, that means you're at the same level exactly from what's already on there. Now you can do it whatever face you want to, and I can make some really funny shapes out of this if I wanted to. Again, I'll click on there, okay, and that brings me back. Now if I wanted to get rid of that triangle completely out of there, here's a little trick that I'd like to show you. You go all the way down, like that, and you see where it's changing sort of a funny sort of like that. Click, and it gets rid of it, and there it is, taking that out completely. Now it looks like quite funny. It looks like a V wedge. Right, let's go to the undo the push pull. Now here's another little, if you really want to get if you want to try to experience a little bit of how to use SketchUp, you can push that down like that, and you can grab hold of that one, you can push that one across, and you can push that one across. So I think that's the thing, you can do that. But it's whatever you want to do with it, really. It's really as a versatile tool, and that only allows you to go back to there now, but you can actually pull that out, and you can still go down along with that, and pull that one out like that, pull that one out like that. You can do really make some weird shapes with it now. You know, you go across there like that and start making some really weird shapes. We'll bring that across to there, bring that out a bit further if we want to, and we come across there now. Oh, look at that! Oh, blimey! Now, oh, let's take that one up. Look at that! Right, now take that across. We got some really weird shapes, and we only started out with a cube. Now that's it. Play around with it. That's what I would say to anyone. Play around with it. That's all I can say. Play around with it. That will go back there like that, and that can come back up. You know, just play around. It's some weird shapes you can get out of this. You know, play around. But let's just start off that again. I mean, that gives you right back to our 1000 by 1000 tile. Now, like I said, have a play around with the push pull tool, and you can do all sorts of different things with it. But this is the main thing that you'll find. This is how I got to that 1000 by 1000 box. Okay. You start off with your square. You bring that up like that. Now you go to your push pull tool. You either press P on your keyboard, or you could go to the icon that's up there in your tool palette. And now when you hover over it, you can actually see that it's actually changing you know, into that bluey grey colour. Click once. Now you can see it's changed colour again. Now you'll be able to pull it up like that into whatever height you want, and that is how you make your 3D shapes on SketchUp. Because you can change any part of this, you can change the faces, you can change whatever size you want, and you'll see down here, right in the bottom corner, right hand corner, it's got a distance meter. And now whatever you set that to, whether you're on millimeters, meters, you know, whether you're in old school, whether you have feet and inches, you can set it to inches, and right down to the, you know, the fine detail of inches and stuff like that. That's entirely up to you. But just work with it, have a go with it, but you'll find that you'll start to produce some funny little shapes like I showed you earlier with it, and just experience. It's just gaining experience with the push pull tool. So there we are, push pull tool. Thank you for watching the video right to the end. It does mean a whole bunch to me. Now, if you like this video, please click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. So I will see you next time. Goodbye.